So this is the second time I filmed this. Second time. My camera just randomly turned itself off. Thanks, Carl. God. This is a response to Mile Falzone's Irrational Fears video, because after watching it, I started thinking about my fears and I realised that mine are really weird. And I know his are kind of weird because they're just like normal things that he's, you know, scared of. But mine are actually proper fears that are strange. Now, I'm not afraid of things like monsters. And I'm also not afraid of scary movies. Let's go on a stabbing spree and make 4 films that are the same plotline and make no sense because it's just a guy in a non-scary mask stabbing people. Worst films ever. I have 3 things that I'm really afraid of. One of them's quite normal, and that's scaffolding. You know, the things that builders stand on when they're repairing buildings. Now, I literally go out of my way not to walk under scaffolding because I am convinced that if I walk under it, it will all fall down and I will be crushed to death. Even though scaffolding must be like one of the safest things ever if they allow builders to stand on it to repair buildings for hours on end. So I'm not gonna die, yet I still don't walk under it. And the second thing is swans. Now, most people see swans as really graceful and they just swim on lakes and ponds being gorgeous and majestic. It's all lies, it's a lie, it's a whole big conspiracy. Swans are actually really vicious, and I'm sure a few people have realised this because I'm sure I'm not the only person who's had a bad swan experience. Now, when I was younger, about 10 I'd say, my family dragged me out. I was walking along and there was a bush and all of a sudden this swan just burst out of it and bit me. A swan bit me for no reason and it hurt. I started bleeding, I was gushing blood. So ever since that moment, I have hated swans. They are horrible creatures and they should all be burnt. And the third thing is actually really irrational and really weird. Now that I think of it, it's really weird. I feel like I should just come out and say it. You'll think I'm joking when I say it, but I'm not joking. I have a genuine phobia of bananas. Bananas. I can't handle them. I used to not mind bananas that much, you know, I just didn't like eating them because they have a horrible smell, taste, texture, look. They're not nice on the whole. I first realised I had a phobia of them when my mum had given my little brother one to eat. And obviously I recoiled because bananas are the devil's food and they were conjured up from the depths of hell to come and harass people like me. So he obviously thought this was a funny game and he proceeded to chase me with the banana. So I ran away, scared, like genuinely scared, and when he got close to me with the banana, which may I add was all gooey because he had his little, it was just, oh no, he's little so he'd like, oh no. It was gooey, essentially. When he came near me with the gooey banana, I started crying. This was me probably a couple of years ago, so I was 14. I cried because a banana was near me. That's not normal, is it? That's not normal. I'm scared of bananas. What is happening in the world when you're afraid of bananas? If you want, you can comment or whatever telling me what you're afraid of because I bet it's not as weird as mine, to be honest.